Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Kate Welsh-Hofer.
And I'm Michael Wooten. We're going to start tonight with something that truly affects everybody watching us right now, the price we pay at the grocery store. And this comes amid word that a big competitor could open here for the first time. First, think of this. The latest Consumer Price Index report shows that the cost of groceries are up about 3% from what we were paying last July. This being driven by rising prices on things like meat, eggs, bread, and dairy. So, of course, having more options couldn't hurt bringing down prices. That's why many people were happy to hear that Costco, which is known for its lower-priced bulk shopping, is considering opening a store in the Buffalo area.
A study from the retail firm dunnhumby earlier this year ranked Costco sixth in terms of price for all grocery chains, behind Aldi and several other chains that don't have locations in Western New York. It ranked first in the operations category, which is described as how they convey their prices to customers and whether their shelves are stocked with what people want. Bottom line, it's a chain with a good reputation. And joining us live right now is Burt Flickinger, Managing Director of Strategic Resource Group.
Burt, thanks so much for coming on. I've never been to a Costco, Kate. I don't know about you, but we have a lot of questions.
Yeah, we sure do. And you know, Burt, you say that Costco is making plans to set up shop in Buffalo within the year. So like with anything, you know, our question is, all right, what's in it for me? You know, and for anyone like Michael and I who really aren't familiar with Costco, how do you answer that question? What does it mean for shoppers here?
Kate and Michael, great question. Number one, Costco's the biggest seller of prime beef, both in the U.S. and Canada, is also worldwide. It's also the biggest seller of vitamins. It's the biggest seller of extra fancy produce, and it's, along with BJ's, is the low price leader in gasoline. So with Buffalo for 50 years, one of the low price leaders on food, is we've seen less competition. We've seen the prices creep up in the supermarket sector, from Wegmans to Tops, et cetera, which is mitigated by Joe Dash's powerful promotional program and Tops adding more ad items. But Costco's literally, Kate and Michael, going to set off the proverbial one food fights in Western New York. So it's going to set up a price war of unprecedented proportions that, to Michael's good lead in, 3% higher next year, maybe 5, 6, 7% lower after Costco opens. And the price at the pump between BJ's and Costco being the low price leaders in the country on gas, Western New York people save about 25 to 30 cents a gallon on regular and 35 to 55 cents a gallon on premium or diesel.
Wow. Love a good food fight, but love even more to hear that, you know, you're anticipating our prices will go down because of this competition. What other, reporting do you have based on the sources that you're talking to in terms of how many Costco's we could see here locally? And because of the situation we're in right now, are we seeing people look more for these membership type stores, like not just Costco, but BJ's and Sam's Club? Is there bigger demand for that?
Yes, Michael, and you're bringing up important points. For example, BJ's reported record-breaking earnings and a record-high stock price today because BJ's customer accounts were up 8%, with Buffalo being one of BJ's most important divisions, and BJ's doing record sales for gas. And also, to your and Kate's points, both Costco and BJ's, while it's big box and bulk, as you referenced, 80% of what they sell are comparable supermarket items and brands. So that's going to set up very well for consumers as the Canadian border reopens. BJ's and Costco love being on the Canadian border. And in terms of your source question, Michael and Kate, my source is directly from Costco, number one. And number two, they're looking at Naperville, Illinois, the biggest suburb of Chicago, very similar to Williamsville and Amherst is the model. And Costco, apologize, I thought BJ's and Costco set up a new store in Naperville, Illinois, a year and a half ago, and it was so successful, Costco's opening up a second wholesale club in Naperville, suburb of Chicago, in the same town. And we see the same thing, that Costco could come to Amherst and Williamsville on the north side between the Buffalo and Niagara Falls suburbs, and then go to the south towns in Hamburg, Orchard Park, East Aurora area for a second Costco, which given the cost of living for Buffalo and Niagara consumers, all 10 monthly budget expenditure areas are going up, and Costco and BJ's combined leading the price war will give very welcome relief to both 10-county Western New York region as well as consumers coming across the border from Canada.
You know, Bert, it wouldn't be surprising if somebody's calling you right now asking about Wegmans, because you know Western New York is notorious for its love of it. So how does a chain get a foothold in an area like this that already has so much loyalty for a competitor like that?
Kate, great question. Number one, what Costco's doing in the Chicago suburbs is picking up old JCPenney and Sears stores and leveling them and converting them. And the second store that's opening soon in the Ogden Mall is on the site of the old Fair Oaks Ford dealership. So Costco and BJ's will take whatever available land there is. And there's a key corollary to that is that BJ's and Amazon are the leaders in solar power and reducing costs significantly. And Amazon is on its website that all the solar savings from Amazon's directly passing along to lower prices. And what Amazon's doing is in this second Naperville site, north and west of Chicago, Amazon's 100% solar, BJ's is 100% solar, lowering costs, and Tops is the leader in solar power and lowering costs in Western New York, where Wegmans has done a little bit, but 99% of the supermarket sector does not do solar in the U.S. and New York State to lower costs. Amazon and Apple and IKEA are the best anywhere in the world, with Costco and BJ's and Target very close behind, and using solar savings to raise standards of living by lowering prices to shoppers across the country.
Yeah, that is definitely interesting. Bert, we only have about 30 seconds left, so I'll ask you to be really quick. But we talked at the top there about rising prices at the grocery store right now. We know that there have been supply chain problems all over the country, which is in large measure behind that. What's the forecast in terms of that improving?
Tough question. Marshall Merrifield, Buffalonian, commissioner of the West Coast ports. You've got dozens of containers, hundreds of thousands, can't be unloaded, so you're going to see out of stocks of 15 to 20%. The good news is BJ's, Costco, Wegmans, and Tops and Aldi all self-distribute, so they'll have the least amount of supply disruption. And for people who want to be in stock and low price, they, along with Dashes, are great places to go.
Burt Flickinger, you're such a wealth of knowledge, and we so appreciate you sharing it with us here on the Town Hall tonight. Thanks again.
Thank you, Kate and Michael. Love teaming up, and go Bills.
Go Bills, Burt. Thank you as always.